Hello, thank you for joining us on this episode of Sports Bets for Free. My name is Scott Jenkins, your host. Just a local sports bettor here in Phoenix, Arizona, and hopefully today with our bets and your bets, it's going to be another profitable day for you. Friday, June 14th, Major League Baseball slate, full slate of games. Going back to 15 games after the 11-game Thursday. One-day game. That's going to be the normal Friday when the Cubs are in Chicago. They will be playing at 2:20 Eastern time to get us started off. But if you're new to our show, first of all, welcome. Secondly, we fade or follow four teams: Cubs, Dodgers, Orioles, and the Royals. So we will have our bets in those particular games. I will give you picks, leans, and bets in the other games I'd be looking at as well. But if you're following us, that's where our money is. And we're going to be in three games all weekend long, as two of the teams are playing each other. The Dodgers and the Royals playing each other this weekend. So let's get started here. Like I said, 2:20 Eastern time, 11:20 here in Phoenix. We've got Cardinals, Cubs. We've got a toss-up basically out of the chute in this one as well. So Jordan Wicks coming back to the starting rotation, looks like here against Kyle Gibson in this one. Cubs have been struggling. Cards have been struggling. They're both, game two under 500 on that one as well. So what do you do, right? So the home team is probably the way to play this one. I mean, Jordan Wicks is giving up, ERA is a little bit higher. Kyle Gibson can give up a boatload as well. So we'll just roll with the Cubs in this one. There's not really too much to this besides two teams that are about equal. Both, right, they're still all just under 500, 7 games back of the Brewers are both of them. And pitchers, not really a big discrepancy there. And bullpen's not that big a difference. Offensively, there's more power for the Cardinals, but they haven't really shown a ton of it. Definitely more, I'd say a few more less strikeouts maybe on the Cubs side. But we'll roll with the Cubs in this one. We're going to do Cubs money line, plus 1.5, minus 1.5, minus 2.5 on the run line. Cubs over their team total. Cubs money line, first 3, first 5, first 7 innings. And we'll go back to the Bellinger and Suzuki train. These guys seem to cash pretty well for us. It seems like 2 out of every 3 games. So keep going back to that spot until somebody else gets hot for the Cubs here. So Bellinger, home run, double over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. Seiya Suzuki, home run, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, and 2+ hits. As Craig Counsell continuously screws this lineup up, now putting Morel in the second spot, a guy that can barely hit 200, and moving Suzuki back to 4 to give him more chances. Tauchman's still at the leadoff spot. Somebody's going to have to explain to me how this dude that can't hardly hit 200, has no power, and his on-base percentage is less than 300, can continually hit leadoff. He doesn't walk. He doesn't get on base. I don't care if it's right-hander or left-hander. Nico Horner, I'll say it time and time again, if he's leading this team off, Suzuki in the 2-hole, Bellinger at the 3-hole, probably got something cooking. But it seems like it's really hard for him to put that on the lineup sheet. But we're still taking the Cubs here with the disjointed offense. I still think they can get something done here. Cubs money line, plus 1.5, minus 1.5, minus 2.5 on the run line. Cubs over their team total. Cubs money line, first 3, first 5, first 7 innings. Cody Bellinger, homer, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. Seiya Suzuki, homer, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. Next game up on the board, 6:30 out east, 3:30 here in Phoenix. Yankees, Red Sox, Lucas Gill and Brian Bello in this one. Yankees Sox, always a good series or a good time, especially on the weekend, right? So this one here, Yankees about $1.60 favorite. They absolutely fell on their face the last game against the Royals. Losing that, they were down 2-0 most of the way. Aaron Judge struck out 4 times in the game, right? So Alec Marsh is not dominant. The Cubs bullpen is not fantastic. There was no reason to lose that game. They were down 2-0. They come back to take the lead 3-2. And then their bullpen, which has been one of the strengths for the Yanks, blows up. Allows Miguel Garcia with 2 outs to drive in a couple runs. So Yanks in this one, though, about $1.60 favorite, and they should be, even though on the road with Gill pitching in here. We lead Yankees in this one. Money line, also probably play them on the run line. Also, Red Sox under their team total. I'd probably play that one as well, and Yankees front 5 is where we'd be looking there as well. Next game up, 6:45 out here in Phoenix. I'm sorry, 6:45 out east, 3:45 in Phoenix. There is no starting pitcher yet for the Marlins, so the game not on the board. It's Marlins Nationals. Mackenzie Gore pitching for the Nationals. I don't really care who they throw in for the Marlins, as Gore's probably the better of the two anyway. Do like the Nationals at home in this one. Would look Nationals front 5, Nationals money line for the game. Also look for the Nationals over their team total. Next game up, 7:05 Eastern, 4:05 out here in Phoenix. Probably the game of the series of the weekend. Possible World Series preview as well. This one, Phillies travel to Baltimore. And this one, Ranger Suarez pitching for the Phillies. Definitely NL Cy Young leader so far this year against Kyle Bradish and the O's. Bradish pitched excellent the last time out. Ranger was pretty strong last time out. Ranger Suarez only had like 2 blips, and that was not the last start, but the 2 starts previous. He had a bad one against Colorado as well. But his ERA is still dominant. His whip is still fantastic. I'm just going to play the home team here. The O's unfortunately dropped a game to the Braves. They shouldn't have. I mean, that's just flat out what that game should have been. First of all, they get that game back to, they gave up 4 runs. Cole Irvin in the bullpen, not getting much done. They come back to make the game 4-3. Then they have a defensive error. The game gets to 6-3, and then the game's basically over in the 8th and the 9th. So give us the O's here. They're a slight favorite, about $1.20 favorite. We'll take the O's in this one. Orioles money line, minus 1.5, 2.5, 3.5 on the run line. Orioles over their team total. Orioles money line, first 3, first 5, first 7 innings. And then we're going to go with Gunnar Henderson in this one and Ryan Mountcastle, the 2 most consistent guys in this lineup. So give us Gunnar, home run, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. Ryan Mountcastle, homer, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. So one more time in this game, Orioles money line, minus 1.5, 2.5, 3.5 on the run line. Orioles over their team total. Orioles money line, first 3, first 5, first 7 innings. And then Gunnar Henderson, homer, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. Ryan Mountcastle, homer, double, over hits, runs, RBIs, 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, and 2+ hits. Next game up, Guardians, Blue Jays, 4:07 out here in Phoenix, 7:07 Eastern time. We got Kevin Gausman against LT Allen in this one. Slight lean here to the Blue Jays, and I'd probably pay unders on both sides as well. Totals at 8.5. A little shocked that in Toronto the number's so high. In that one, Gausman did not pitch maybe fantastic the last time out, but well enough. A couple times before that he pitched pretty well. Allen, on the other hand, has been a little hurt jerk, and we're going to hope that the Blue Jays take advantage of that. I would play something small in this game. This would not be our favorite play on the board, but would lean slightly towards the Blue Jays in this one. Next game up, Padres, Mets in New York. Padres finally getting above, they've had, series against the A's, Diamondbacks before that. All of a sudden now they're above 500, 37-35. Going against the Mets, 29-37 record for the Mets. Aren't they just spectacular? Mets are well on their way to a 70-win season, and their bullpen is just ugly. Anyway, Waldron pitching versus Manaea in this one. This one's a tough one as well. I mean, we'll look at the odds on this one here. The Padres are favored. There's a good reason for the Padres being favored here. They're better offensively. Their bullpen's much, much better in that one there. So, but, Waldron's not been that great, right? So, and bullpen for the back end of the bullpen's been a little bit stronger for the Padres than maybe the middle of this one. But I can't blame you if you want to play plus 1.5 for the Mets or play money line for the Padres. Expect a tight one here, 4-3 game, 5-4, something to that effect on that one. Next game up. All right, next game up here, Rays, Braves. Chris Sale at home for the Braves. Braves finally get a game in Baltimore after they looked like absolutely horrible for the first three of that set. Little pitching for Tampa Bay in this one. I mean, it's hard not to play the Braves here. The issue I've got with this is the line, basically a $2 favorite. The Rays are not that great offensively, except for Paredes. He's been their best hitter all season long on that one. So, I mean, the Braves here, I'd probably play at front five with Chris Sale and stay away from that Braves bullpen. But the Rays bullpen, not that fabulous either in that one. Also, Braves maybe over their team total. If it's at 4.5 or less, might be another option. But definitely like the Braves front five in that one. Next game up. We've got, 5-10. We've got, 3 5-10 games out here in Phoenix, 8-10 Eastern time. We'll give you Brewers, Reds. We got Peralta versus Hunter Green in this one. Peralta's kind of been a little all over the map lately. Brewers at home, normally pretty strong. Reds on the road, they've been okay. They've had some spots where they've been good. They played well in L.A. to beat the Dodgers up. And they beat the Cubs, but other than that, haven't really been fantastic on the road here. We'll lay it with the Brewers at about that $130, $140 number, $1.30, $1.40 number with that one there. Also, might consider playing the over here at 7.5 runs. I know Peralta and Hunter Green have been pretty good all year long, but they haven't been that great. It's not like they're both carrying like ERAs in the 2s or something. So it might be a little bit of an advantage to take the over in that particular matchup there. Next game at 5-10 out here in Phoenix, 8-10 Eastern time. We've got Tigers, Stros in Houston, Skubal on the mound. So it's a Skubal alert, which means bet Skubal some more. And when you're done, bet Skubal again. That's why this game is even money on both sides basically here. Otherwise, the Astros would be a pretty sizable favorite over the Tigers, as the Tigers continue to struggle to score runs on the road. So this one here, I don't know if I'd play a side. I would be interested in Skubal strikeouts. If the line is 7.5 or under, I'd play the over there. Also, Skubal outs recorded. If it's 18, it's about his number normally. So if you can catch a 17.5 line, play the over in that matchup there. In the other game at 5-10 out here in Phoenix, 8-10 Eastern time, A's, Twins. Twins at home, obviously a much better ball club. They tend to beat up on some of the worst teams in the league. And unfortunately, the A's have definitely fallen off since they were hotter earlier in the season. Spence going against Woods Richardson in this one. I'd lay it here with the Twins. Also play the front five here. And the money line for the Twins for the game as well. All right, now we're getting into the later games here. We'll go to 8:40 Eastern time, 5:40 out here in Phoenix. Pirates, Rockies. No starting pitcher named for the Pirates as of yet. Feltner pitching for the Rockies in this one. I don't think it really matters which one of the starters or if it's a bullpen game for the Pirates, but do like the Pirates in this matchup. So we'd roll with the Pirates. Feltner tends to get, his ERA is creeping at 6 for a reason, folks. It's not because he's fantastically strong or anything of that nature. So we'd lean to the Pirates in that one there. Then we get to 6:40 out here in Phoenix, 9:40 Eastern time. White Sox, Diamondbacks. Ryan Nelson against Flexen in this one. Diamondbacks, man, as bad as I'm telling you, like the line, it's just because everybody wants to fade the worst teams in the league, right? So Flexen with the 5 ERA. Nelson's got a higher ERA than he does. White Sox, D-backs. D-backs are almost a $2 favor here. D-backs, you got to remember, under 500 as well. I'll be honest here. This is the kind of series that the way the Diamondbacks have been going so far this season, that they just collapsed this season against one of the worst teams. I'd gamble here. I'd take the White Sox money line plus 1.5 as well on both of those there. Also, White Sox over their team total. I'd probably be all over those plays there. Maybe they can catch the Diamondbacks sleeping with Ryan Nelson being the starting pitcher and a lot of injuries to that staff, period. So, on that one. Next, and then we've got two 10-10 games. Royals, Dodgers in that one. So, we've got, excuse me, Cole Reagans versus Gavin Stone. $1.60 favorite here for the Dodgers. Main reason it's not a lot more is because Cole Reagans pitching for the Royals. He's been very, very good. He's had a couple of blips. He's dominant in strikeouts. If his strikeout number's at 6.5, we'll be playing over that as well. We don't currently have that on our bets. We're waiting for that to get posted first. We do like the Dodgers in this matchup, and I'll give you the main reason why. I think it's the bullpen. Innings 7, 8, and 9. The Dodgers bullpen, I would, is probably league average, maybe a shade above. But the Royals bullpen is down there with one of the worst. So we'll give you the bets we've got in this Dodgers game. Dodgers money line, minus 1.5, 2.5, 3.5 on the run line. Dodgers over their team total. Dodgers minus a half a run. First 3, first 5, first 7 innings. Mookie Betts, homer, double, over hits, runs, RBIs. 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. Will Smith, homer, double, over hits, runs, RBIs. 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. It's a shame that Will doesn't play DH on the 1 to 2 days off a week he's getting as well. I'd like to see what he can put up stat-wise if he's playing a majority of the games. He's been a little, I understand catchers need their day off on that one, but, maybe they could get him to hit a little bit more on his days off where he plays DH. But anyway, we'll give you those bets. Dodgers, Royals one more time. Dodgers money line, minus 1.5, 2.5, 3.5 on the run line. Dodgers over the team total. Dodgers minus a half a run. First 3, first 5, first 7 innings. Mookie Betts, homer, double, over hits, runs, RBIs. 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, 2+ hits. Will Smith, homer, double, over hits, runs, RBIs. 2+ total bases, 3+ total bases, and 2+ hits. The other game at 10:10 Eastern Time, 7:10 here in Phoenix, excuse me, is Rangers, Mariners, and that one there. So the Rangers got blown out in Game 1 against the Dodgers. Come back to get a 3-2 win on a bad running error by the Dodgers. Otherwise, that game could have went tied up, went to extras. Mariners about a $1.50 favorite, and no surprise with Castillo being their ace on the mound. Andrew Heaney, not been Andrew Heaney's best season so far. We'll put it that way. 2-7 with the ERA a little over 4. The Rangers' offense has been sputtering a little bit. Corey Seager, when he's in the lineup, they tend to give him a few more days off. I don't blame him. Otherwise, he is a little bit more injury prone. But when he's not in there, they do miss him. But the Mariners, here's the way we go in this one. Mariners front 5 is probably would be one of our favorite plays in that one. And Mariners to get some runs off of Heaney. So, over their team total, which is probably around 3.5 as well in that one. And the last game on the board, no starting pitchers announced yet, so couldn't tell you everything on this game, but 10:15 Eastern Time, 7:15 out here in Phoenix. Angels, Giants in San Fran. I'll be really honest with you, there's not a starting pitcher on the Angels that would just make me go, ooh, take the Angels here. It'd be a Giants play, Giants front 5. Angels did pop off some runs against the Diamondbacks, which we kind of expected against that pitching staff. And Arizona's a little bit easier place to hit than in San Fran. San Fran's got a pretty quality staff overall. If they can ever figure out how to get some bats up there again, they need guys that can get on base. That's how they in that ballpark, not easy to hit homers out of unless your name's Aaron Judge, Bobby Bond, or Barry Bonds, or somebody to that effect. But we lean slightly towards the Giants in that one as well. All right, so we went through a bunch of bets. How do you take a look at those? Let me give you the places you can check them out online. On our TikTok and YouTube channel pages, docs.com. How about we go docs.google.com/spreadsheet, a bunch of other stuff behind it. Click on that link. Go to 2024 baseball. Scroll all the way down to June 14th. You'll be able to see all the bets that we just went through as well. So you can see all the bets, juice we got them at, how many units, what book we placed them at, all the good stuff there. So make sure you do check those out. Is like I said, we are a volume better. So if you want to follow along with all the bets that we do, that's where I would check them out, as well as watch the analysis, quick analysis here on our show. Secondly, if you want some promo bonus bets, we've got those for you as well from our partners to you. All you have to do, you can find that in multiple spots online, TikTok and YouTube channel pages as well, bit.ly/sportsbetsforfree -BH. Just click on that link there. It'll give you all the books that we're partnered with and also fantasy places we're partnered with in your area. Feel free to sign up, take advantage of those promo bonus bets for you as well. Also, if you want to subscribe to the show, you can do so on YouTube and TikTok. Feel free to message us if you have any questions whatsoever. We'll be more than happy to run through those as well. We have 3 subscribe packages. Those will save you money. Just on the juice will save you alone. As a lot, we are rated at several different books. So once we make a sizable play, we'll let you know about those first before we make it. That way you can catch the juice difference. It'll pay for itself roughly if you're $100 better and probably 2 bets on that one. So well worth your time by making sure you hit the subscribe button. Subscribing to our show. There's 3 different plans: $6 a month, $10 a month, $25 a month. Really easy for you to do. You can do that on TikTok or YouTube. Either one gets you right in there. So if you have any questions, though, make sure you message us here at the show, and we'll be more than happy to do that for you as well. You want to make life easy to find us? That's simple to do. All you have to do is hit follow or subscribe, depending on which social media platform you're watching us on. Will show up in your follower or subscription tab. You'll get every episode of bets like we're dropping on this episode here. You'll get those there. Make it real easy to find us on that one. If you want to make life simpler to find us, turn on those notifications after you hit the follow or subscribe. Turn on those notifications. You get a notification sent to your phone or device to let you know Sports Bets for Free has dropped a new episode of bets. Give you plenty of time to match those up with your bets and give you that ton of confidence you need heading to the betting app or betting window. We also recommend turning on notifications for TikTok as well, so you get the notification when we're on live, as we do go live 5+ days a week. A lot of opportunity there for you to ask a ton of questions, obviously. Also, get a lot of different players that are on there as well, that are throwing out their bets that they're looking at as well, so give you a lot of ideas on some bets to place for games going on at that time or later on the show. So make sure you check that out when you get some time. And once you do that as well, it should give you that ton of confidence you need heading to the betting app or betting window to place all those bets, and let's make some money. That's what we're here for, right, folks? We do appreciate everybody's support as always, and we look forward to seeing you on the next episode.